10 on our list, Real Madrid's number 9. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. This is soccer history's most expensive player ever. $136 million or 94 million euros was the astronomical sum paid by the Spanish club to get him to leave Manchester in 2009.
94 million for Ronaldo. Many thought it was crazy. I remember how many newspapers were comparing 94 million euros to 3 Airbuses, 5 apartments, 150,000 years of minimum wage. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry, if they offer him that much, it means they're expecting that much in return.
And this is what happened. It took only 1 year to bank on the transfer thanks to the sales of Ronaldo's jerseys. Cristiano is in a way the David Beckham of Portugal. A good-looking guy, sexy with an exciting private life. If the Englishman is considered the sweetheart of all brands, Ronaldo is definitely a worthy opponent with $40 million in revenues in 2010. This talented soccer player and 2008 Player of the Year with footwork that confuses the defense. His performances are always entertaining. Repeatedly elected the sexiest man, not only by the fans, Suzuki, Nike, Coca-Cola, and Armani are still fighting over him. In 9th place on our top money, Roger Federer. While the Swiss no longer dominate world tennis, he remains the best paid tennis player. After all, in 2010, he became the second richest sportsman in the world, behind Tiger Woods with nearly $62 million. Thanks to an exceptional season with new advertising contracts, including Lindt chocolate. Roger Federer conveys the image of a champion in fair play and modesty, important traits to major brands like Rolex, Mercedes-Benz, and Gillette.
Brands want to be associated with winners, and Federer, he's a winner.
A winner who has already accumulated over $62 million in prize money since the beginning of his career. 2009 was the record-breaking season for this Swiss player. By winning 2 out of 4 of the Grand Slam tournaments, the Roland Garros for the first time, and then the Wimbledon, his 15th Grand Slam title. Pete Sampras's record is beaten and Federer makes history.
Federer is a good example. He is very compassionate. He is very involved in humanitarian work in South Africa. He speaks French, English, and German, and he is without a doubt the greatest tennis player in history.
Number 8 in this ranking is Usain Bolt. His new contract with Puma makes this Jamaican sprinter the richest athlete on the planet. But by athlete, we mean sportsman doing athletics, because his revenues are light years away from those of Tiger Woods or of David Beckham. The history between Bolt and Puma began in 2003. The Jamaican is only 16, but the German brand immediately sees this boy's potential. Since then, Bolt has had consecutive success. 3 Olympic gold medals in 100 meters, 200 meters, and the 400-meter relay. 3 world titles, but most importantly, 2 world records in 100 meters and 200-meter races. 9.58 seconds and 19.19 seconds, making him the fastest man on the planet. As a result, Puma revises their contract with the protege in June 2010. Bolt is signed up with the brand till 2013 for $44 million.
Ever since Carl Lewis, athletes remain athletes. Bolt changed everything. There's his gesture when he wins. And there are all these stories about him, like that he ate nothing but chicken wings. He realized that letting rumors grow were in his best interest. He needed to invent himself, even let himself be invented. He was already extraordinary in terms of sports. He is almost 2 meters high, skinny, muscular, and exercises like crazy. If he wins the 100 and 200-meter races in London, he will truly prove to the world that he's an international star.
A global star who will never attain the numbers reached by soccer players and golfers. Any suggestions for Usain Bolt? Maybe go into American football. This is no joke. The Oakland Raiders football team was ready to put down $450 million to have the fastest man in the world. He carefully considered before he refused. Nonetheless, he dreams of playing for Manchester United. In 7th place on Top Money, we have a duo, the Williams sisters. Venus and Serena Williams have been dominating the world of tennis for over a decade. They're currently on a break from playing on account of multiple injuries, but they, along with Maria Sharapova, are the greatest women tennis players of all time. Young people like Caroline Wozniacki, currently #1, or Victoria Azarenka, remain in the shadows of their illustrious predecessors. The younger of the sisters, Serena, holds the record for the accumulated winnings over a sports season. In 2009, the American American tennis player won $6.5 million thanks to her wins at the Australian Open and Wimbledon. That year, she became the first woman to pass the $6 million per season mark. Serena has a great career with 13 Grand Slam titles and more than $32 million in prize money. Her sister Venus has won 7 Grand Slam titles and $27 million. Together, they have earned $60 million. In 6th place on our Top Money Countdown, David Beckham. This Englishman has never been the best soccer player in the world. He has never received the Ballon d'Or award. And yet, the American soccer club, Los Angeles Galaxy, has recruited him with a contract of $32.5 million for 5 years, even though he is already 31 years old. More than the soccer player himself, they're buying the Beckham product they wanted. Beckham is now nicknamed the $250 million man. This is the astronomical sum he will be receiving for the next 5 years. With his beautiful face and ultra-fashion sense, brands are all over him with their campaigns.
That guy's lucky. David Beckham hit the genetic lottery. He happens to be good looking, and he can also kick a ball. Those two things go together great for his wallet.
David is the kind of guy that the paparazzi drool over, even more than Hollywood actors. Along with his wife, former Spice Girl Victoria, they form the perfect glamour couple.
For me, he has it all. The attitude, the body, the good-looking wife, the path he's taken. He's gone through Real Madrid and Manchester United. Transferring to the US was a decision taken partly for the sport aspect, but clearly also for its marketing aspect. He knew that until then, he was mostly known by soccer fans, but after arriving in the US, they moved next door to Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, and everything took on a different turn. But he always had it in him, and it's even more impressive knowing he grew up in the suburbs of Manchester with a father who was a heating engineer. It's a long way up, and it makes you dream.
At 35 years old and suffering from a bad injury to his Achilles heel, David Beckham can see his career coming to an end. In 2010, he is no longer ranked in the top 5 richest sportsmen in the world. With $73 million annually, he only makes it to 6th place. But Beckham will soon launch his own underwear company and children's fashion line. Now we enter the top 5 with Kobe Bryant, surpassing LeBron James and becoming the highest paid player in the NBA in 2010.
The 2 players that are most important in terms of image, in terms of promotions, endorsement, it's clearly LeBron, who is a brand, or trying to become a brand, and Kobe, who is still the best player on the planet.
Los Angeles Lakers management has extended his contract to 3 years for the amount of $83.5 million. This in turn has made him the 2nd player in the history of the NBA to reach the $30 million in a season barrier. The first being Michael Jordan, an exceptional salary that reflects on his career. 5 NBA championship titles with the Lakers, an MVP title, a gold medal at the Beijing Olympic Games. Kobe has even been voted Player of the Decade. Everybody loves a winner. Commercials don't lie. In addition, Kobe's jersey is a bestseller in the United States, China, and Europe. At 32, he is the star on the floor, as was Michael Jordan before him. But competition is fierce with rival LeBron James. At the foot of the podium, we find Lionel Messi, 4th on Top Money. This Argentinian of FC Barcelona is considered the best soccer player in the world. He's having trouble on the advertising front with only $44 million in income, including salaries and advertisement deals, making him only the 6th highest paid sportsman in the world. In any case, he became the richest soccer player in the world in 2010, followed by David Beckham and Cristiano Ronaldo, earning $40 million each. Actually, the only reason Messi makes it to this position is because of David Beckham's losses. 23 years old, Lionel Messi has already won 13 major titles, including 2 championship leagues and 4 championships in Spain with Barcelona. The bronze medal on Top Money, Manny Pacquiao. He is sports' richest Asian on the planet. In 2010, the Philippine boxer had accumulated over $42 million in revenue. That makes him the 8th highest paid sportsman in the world according to Forbes. At 33, he is the best world boxer in all categories. His main strength remains being the first as well as the only boxer in history to have won world titles in 8 different categories. Flyweight to super welterweight. Nicknamed Pac-Man, he shines inside and outside the ring. Actor, singer, and politician, this Filipino is very busy.
Manny Pacquiao is probably like the most recognizable face, I would say, in sports, period, right now, globally. I don't think you can go anywhere in the world and say Pacquiao and someone not know who he is. And he's able to cash in on that.
His immense popularity helps attract many sponsors. We remember him mostly for his advertising campaign for Nike's Fast Forward. He shares the billboard with Tiger Woods, Maria Sharapova, Kobe Bryant, and Cristiano Ronaldo. In 2009, Time magazine included him in its ranking of the most influential people on the planet. In second place with the silver medal, Maria Sharapova. With $25 million a year, she is the sporting world's richest woman. Although her income is still below those of her male counterparts, she deserves all the credit for succeeding in the man's world. Tennis made her famous, but her cold Russian look has made her the superstar of this sport. In 2004, Maria earned the title of Queen of Wimbledon at only 17 years old. In August 2005, she became #1 in tennis.
Blonde, elle est belle, elle est saine, elle est sportive.
She's blonde, she's beautiful, healthy, athletic.
C'est la première Russe à atteindre le top du classement.
She's the first Russian to reach the top of the world ranking.
Mondial.
She's the sum of all qualities that are very attractive and very bankable for brands. She has a bit of a Beckham side to her. First off, she has a boyfriend who plays basketball in the NBA. It is really the same logic as David Beckham. She's entered the world of fashion and celebrities.
Like David Beckham, she is the face of many brands like Nike, Tiffany, and Land Rover. She has created an image of glamour which suits her so well, like this famous cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And at #1 of this top money is the invincible Tiger Woods. The Tiger is way ahead of his friends. According to Forbes magazine, Woods is the highest paid sportsman in the world with $105 million in revenue in 2010. Oh my, at 35, Tiger Woods has won everything in the sport, earning almost $1 billion in winnings since the beginning of his career in 1996. Nevertheless, the fairy tale turned into a nightmare in late 2009 when his numerous infidelities were all over the tabloids. The perfect couple he formed with the Norwegian model Eline Nordegren is broken. He decides to take a break from his career. His recent downfall into the media hell has taken its toll. A divorce in August 2010 and losing the #1 spot for the first time in 5 years.
He was betrayed by the brands, but at the same time, it showed a different side of him, and I think he will be part of brands till the end of his days, even if he gives up golf, because he has showed this other side. He sinned, but he repented, and that is important to Americans.
Unlike many of his other sponsors who backed out, Nike decided to stay loyal and sign him on for $30 million a year, a profitable investment for both sides. After the scandal, Nike launched a new golf line named Tiger Woods, making over $800 million in 1 year, an astronomical sum for the golfing pro, and it seems even scandals can't bring him down.
I get it.